All right, y'all. So let's talk about this. So, guys, you've seen the thumbnail. This is something that is very, very noticeable. I see it everywhere I go. Restaurants, you're in the mall, you're at a food court somewhere in the mall, you anywhere in the park. Grown adults don't know how to conversate. They have nothing to talk about. The kids imitate the adults. And in fact, if they're not complaining, they don't have anything to say at all. You know how annoying that is to be sitting there with a young lady, sitting there with a woman, and she's sitting up here on her goddamn cell phone. Oh, oh my God, what's today? This is what they're doing. They can't put the cell phones down. Remember, there was a time where parents would say, hey, put the cell phone down. They're sitting at the dinner table. So how was your day today? School okay? How you think, right? And what is all the kids doing? Yeah, it was okay. Mhm. Right? You have to make them put the cell phone down. Now, what happens? Mama, papa, son, daughter, everybody at the table. They have an attitude because they don't want to sit down and eat dinner as a family. They cannot put their cell phones down and just leave it alone. They're not posting anything that's, worth a damn. Complaining, texting about bullshit, gossip, rumors, watching all types of inappropriate content on their phones, and their parents don't check to even see what their kids are doing. So, how are you going to correct and help direct and redirect your children when you are the bad examples? I remember went to a buffet. It's a nice big size buffet. I'm sitting there at the table, I'm eating, I'm looking around, and it's amazing how everybody is just on their cell phones. And ain't that bullshit about, oh, well, sometimes people are on call at work, or they have to. No, that's not. It ain't got shit to do with it. Ain't nobody that goddamn busy every second you're on the phone. It's just an addiction to these cell phones. They have no conversation. People get bored quick, and people don't even know how to just talk to engage. When you were a kid, when life was simple, when you get up, your girlfriend would get up, you call each other, and you go to where you're gonna meet up at, or you go to her house and she come to your house, and you go wherever you're gonna go. And you, like, especially those trips to the park when you find that one tree and you just be kissing and kissing and talking and kissing and talking and kissing and squeezing and rubbing it for hours. And you just didn't want that moment to end. You just, like, remember how you'd be on the phone at night, falling asleep and shit on the phone? Like, damn, like you just, it was like just knowing she's on that other end, she knowing you on the other end. Remember when life was simple? And remember how the only reason you guys wasn't together more is because y'all had curfews and shit like that? Or you might have lived in a different town or something, so it was very limited, but you wanted to see each other so bad. And somehow in life, we gotten away from that. Nobody has nothing to say to each other. Everything is just, if you're talking about celebrity life. You're talking about something you saw on the internet. You're debating. You're having these these chauvinistic, these feminist, this men versus women type conversations. It's this whole, just nothing is productive. The only thing that seems to make people happy is if you're talking about spending money and going somewhere, and just basically, it's not even about quality time. It's just, I get to go somewhere. If you think about it, look at 90s, just look at all the pictures that you see people take. I'm willing to bet you, if you sat there and just start keeping score, write down every time you see an actual couple take pictures together versus a person blowing kisses at a phone by themselves, or by them. I guarantee you. Look, me myself, I don't put my family in my business. out the, my family business out or whatever. But that ain't got to do with it. Most people look at them and you never see nobody in the pictures with them except for themselves. You never see. It's like they're with their friends, they're with their families, but there's always the same sex in the pictures if there are anybody, and it's never a relationship status. It's complicated. Really? This is what you see so much of. Then you got these videos where, now let's just be real. If you just a little girl and you can't take the truth, then right now you might want to stop watching this video, because we talking about who's doing what. Oh, men, you're not off the hook either. But let's be real. You don't see men making videos talking about, I know my worth, and I just want a woman that's going to take me here and do this for me and do that for me. No. But that's not a man's job. That's a woman is supposed to feel like that. Nah, in your own head. And for all y'all that feel that way, that's why you're unhappy. You see the women, okay, sitting here going, buy me stuff. Buy me stuff. A bitch wants something. I seen a female break down in tears talking about she want to be rich. Is that asking for too much? I guess it is. So you really need to ask yourself, how come you're not rich? Because it's obvious that your traffic bum broke ass is dependent on somebody else to do it for you. Why you not getting yourself rich, you untalented, non-productive motherfucker? This is what I'm talking about. You're sitting up here with this mindset. That your existence on this earth is supposed to be fulfilled with money and material shit that somebody else is supposed to provide for you. And then on top of that, nobody can tell you nappy head bitches nothing. Oh, hell no. And that's not how this goes. And you say things like, if my man leads me properly, I will cook and clean and grace him with my presence. Bitch, who the fuck do you think you are? What are we talking about? What are we actually talking about? I will grace him. I will cook and clean and grace him with my presence. So in other words, you a nasty ass woman that don't want to clean your own house, don't want to cook, like you ain't got to eat too. Remember that one Spanish woman that was talking about, I will not cook for my husband. My husband will do his own laundry. He will make his own breakfast. I have my children I have to look out for, and I have to cook and clean for them and do their laundry. I will all these things. Wait, now you're living on top of that. You're living in this man's house. So basically, what's yours is yours, and what's his is yours. And so obviously, you ain't have shit on your own, and you're sitting here for whatever reason you felt the need to make a video about it, to really just show how much you despise and hate the person you're with. The men know you don't want them. It's what you can get out of them. That's why they're like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with you. Simple. Then she made a video crying saying she got put out of her place because she got nowhere to go because the man got sick of her shit. This is the same woman that made the video telling her baby they were going to meet up in heaven because her stupid ass thought some rapture was going to happen. We'll meet up again. You're a perfect baby. You're an excellent baby. And mommy loves you. But mommy's going to put you up for adoption. And the family's going to take it. Now, here's my thing. This is how fucking brainwashed and delusional you stupid motherfuckers are. If your so-called God was coming to take his people up into the rapture, that would mean this earth is coming to an end, dumbasses. So what adoption agency or what? So why wouldn't you think your kids was coming with you? Why would you think your little innocent baby wasn't going to heaven? If your baby died, the first thing you say is, I know that my baby is up in heaven. So why would you not think that your baby was coming too? This is how dumb these people are. And you're so egotistical, you put yourself on some pedestal like your rotten, funky ass you're just a shoo-in for heaven, right? You're a joke. And then you got these foolish ass men that see videos of these women crying, talking about how they can't get a man and blah, 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 this and that, and I just this and that. You got some idiotic guy that thinks somehow there's something in between your little funky ass thighs that you're going to slide into this woman and you going to sex all of the goddamn diamond digging out of her. It's going to be all about you. You guys don't even get it. Let me give y'all something. My mom passed away a couple years ago. And I know how I felt when my mom passed away. And other people who don't know what you're going through, don't know what's on your mind. All I hear is everybody, I. Me. I. Everything is about me. And I'm just sitting around, I'm looking, even at the funeral. I'm sitting there and I'm looking around and nobody knows what's going through my head, how I feel inside. Everybody is always about themselves. Now, I pictured in my head, right, because I heard a story about a guy who had just lost his mom and he met this female. And the reason he went out on the date was he felt like maybe she could get him to feel better, get his, just help him get through the time. Because, when you lose somebody, it doesn't matter. Even when your mind is not directly thinking, you know how you feel that heaviness on yourself. It's like your subconscious. And then, bounce like that, you remember why you had that heaviness. And basically, this woman, he said, was so sweet over the phone. They video chat, and he said he thought this was like the sweetest woman. And he said it's like once they got face to face, everything about her just changed. Like she just all of a sudden this meanness came out of her. This is when that guy said, "I'm sitting here grieving over my mother." And I didn't say nothing to her about it. I shouldn't have had to. He said, but just the fact of me going through what I'm going through and all this woman is caring about is herself. He said, and at this moment, I got this violent feeling inside. He said, not just, I'm not going, he said, go through with that. He said, but I just got up and I looked at it and I said, you know what? The same way you got here, find your way back home. And in fact, erase my number from your phone. And he said, what did I do? Right? And he said he didn't even respond. He just went, got in his car and left. And she did, of course, what most of these little simple-minded hoes do. She went and made a video. Let me tell you. And he said she was acting nothing like that over the phone. He thought he had a classy woman. He said, and all of a sudden, here she come with this old ignorant shit. Popping the mouth when she talking, all the head motion and the hands flying, and niggas. Well, I just sat there and I said, yeah, just the thought of it, because I know how I felt. Now, I can imagine how this man felt grieving over his mom. And here you thinking you're going to sit down and have an intelligent conversation with somebody and, just that personality, that character that you thought was there. No, she played a good game to get him there. You men who, don't get me wrong, we do a lot of things for fun. We do a lot of things that, to indulge and to enjoy yourself. You should. Listen, if it's all work and no play, you'll burn yourselves out. You'll stress yourselves out. You start to lose enthusiasm for a lot of things in life. You see, a lot of people feel like they need to have a whole lot of traveling. Let's go around the world and spend up all your money. And then when you go broke, I'm going to blame you. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to screw your best friend if I can, or whoever, anybody who, right? So what happens? I heard a woman say this. She said, all these men want to do is stay home, watch TV. What if I want to go out or something? You know what I'm saying? A bitch want to go do it. I said, see, turn off. For me, red flag. You calling yourselves bitches? Yeah, that's what you are. I don't want a bitch. I don't want a bad bitch. I don't want a baddie. I want a woman. A grown, mature-minded woman. That shit is like non-existent now. Wherever they are, they're just sprinkled around somewhere. And you can't find them. So basically, here's the deal. And her saying men don't want to do this and that. Let me explain something to y'all. You get your ass up every morning and go to work, whatever your shift, go at night, whatever shift you work, you get yourself up, you go to work, you take care of business, and you come home. With everything going on in this world right now, all this hateful racism shit, dirty ass police pulling people, everything, you are a lot safer in the house than you are just traveling like nothing can't happen. And then you big mouth bitches don't know how to shut the fuck up. You always want to be a man for a man. So a lot of times situation can escalate and you motherfuckers just wrap up. You don't want to listen. Nobody can tell you nothing. And a lot of times, regardless to why this man don't want to be going all over the place, you show it's not about him. It's what he can do for you. And you think that that's what a man's job is, to take care of your funky asses. But listen here. If you, example, I've been to people's houses. They didn't have furniture. They didn't have a TV nor radio. I remember a lady used to live next door to me in the town I used to live in. And this was a Haitian family. And I always got along with this woman. And what happened when she moved into this house, she had a carpool van. And she had, got the van, and her kids had to sleep in the van for 2 days before they got into the house, because they had to leave the house they was in. So she got all their clothes and everything. They got the 16-seat carpool van. So she had that, and they had to sleep on some of the seats. So basically, she had no furniture, nothing going forward. This particular day, I remember, wow. I just remember she was always nice to me. We were always nice to each other. We spoke, but I didn't know, because she used to live, like 5 or 6 blocks up, and by a laundromat that I used to go to. That's where I met at. She used to always, we used to always be in the laundromat at the same time. And so it turns out that she moved next door to me. Well, what happened was, this particular day, I seen her because she tried to bring the door inside, but her kids were in school. She asked me could I help her bring the door in, and I did. She used the door as a table, and she had these crates that she propped the door up on top of and threw a tablecloth on it. And I looked around. She did not have a living room set. She did not have she didn't have any of that. And I looked, I said, damn. So I looked at her. I'm looking around. Now, mind you, they don't have beds. They don't have any of this shit yet. That particular day, there was a place on this, there was a place I took her to. And I just asked her, I said, listen, what time do your kids get out? I already knew the time. I knew the school they went to. I used to go to the same school. And I said, hey, you want to take a ride with me? Yeah, she said, sure. I said, she said, well, you need her? I said, yeah, just, no. I want to take you somewhere. And we go out, and we go to this place. And fortunately, this is one of them liquidation places. And fortunately, they had stuff. They had like living room sets for like $100. They had now bedroom sets, $450, $500. I mean, you wasn't gonna find this shit nowhere else. They had stuff that they had very affordable, stuff. Right now, this is my money. This ain't no money somebody sponsored me with or whatever. So I just need to pick up some things. And one of the things that we talked about when she was there, she just said, yeah, I don't know. She said, I got to find a way to do something. She said, only thing I have is these pillows. Like she had pillows, like the type of pillows that you would put on a couch or something. And she just had those, and that's what her kids was laying on. She would lay on the floor. And so I bought for her. She didn't even know it was for her, though. She thought she was helping me. So what I had did was, we had got, it was I forget what you call these little chairs, but you sit them. It's the chair part is made almost like a diamond. Then they got the cushion and they swivel around when you put them. Well, 2 of those, they had them motherfuckers. They was 30% off. I paid like $30 for both, and then I got her the fold out couch. She didn't know it was for her, right? And then like a coffee table. It was a nice size coffee table. I had got her 2 lamps and a mini fridge. No, it wasn't even a mini fridge. It just wasn't a big refrigerator. So altogether, I spent like $400 something on everything, because she had that. And then I had went and bought some groceries. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, what do you normally eat? What y'all? And she was telling, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna just try something different. So she had no idea I was doing this for her. And when we got back to the house and she pulled, I said, no, you know what, pull up in front of your house. And, you know, she just pulled up a little. And when she parked, um, you know, she says to me, oh my God, I got to get my kids and stuff and this and that. And I said, okay. I said, yeah. I said, she said, could you have something to do? I said, mm-mm. She said, and I bought a lock. She wanted to change the locks and stuff. And I bought the lock. I said, you know what? If you want me to, while you go get your kids, I can put that. No problem. Oh, really? Oh my God. Oh, you are so sweet, baby. Thank you so much. So what she did, I said, you know what? Let's just pull this out. And I, you know, pulled the stuff out. I said, I get it to my house and no problem. Now, the way I lived at, I had to go around. Like her, like if this was the corner, it's like this. So my house, the house starts here, but I'm on this side. Her door, she's next door to me. So I got to go around the corner. I lived on Elmwood Avenue. She lived on Chapman. And so at that point, she's like, you sure? Nobody good? I said, no, I'm good. I got it. I said, I'm good. So we took everything out. No problem. Man, she pulls off. And I said, no, I'm just going, my partner's coming. I'm lying to her, you know. I said, my partner's coming. And we're going to bring this around. I said, but I got something I got to do. So she says, oh, okay. She says, yeah, let me go get them. I'll be right back. And so the kids got out at 2:50. So at this time, it's like 2:30. So I'm like, you know what? I got all this shit in the house, right? I wait till she pull off so she didn't see me. I said, no, my partner's coming. So she go on, school 3 blocks up from where we were. I took all of that stuff in her place. Boom. First thing I did, plug the refrigerator, right? Put all the groceries and shit in there. And then basically my partner comes. I'm like, yo, we put the shit in there, put the couch in there, okay, set everything up, right? And basically, she had no idea that this shit was for her. So we got in, I got the lamps up, got everything up. And also I had a TV at the time that it was a nice size TV. I think it was this is those floor model TVs, but not the old school floor models, not them little square ones, the ones that kind of stood up. Remember that episode of Martin when Martin bought that TV, that type of TV. So that was considered new school at that time. So this was like in the 90s. No, I'm tripping. Yeah, this is like 99 or 2000, 99 or 2000. But anyways, so I had that because I replaced mine with the big one on the wall. I had it, right? So we got that over there, plugged that in, and the screen was, the picture was perfect. Everything, there was nothing wrong. So man, I even had the DVD, the Blu-ray player in there and shit, man. Some like movies and stuff for kids. I gave her so much shit. When that woman got back and she pulls up, and the kids love me. Whatever, they run up to me and everything. She come. So I said, hey, you know what? Y'all want to eat? And she goes, well, yeah, we have to eat, but you know what? She said, I have to do. I said, no. Do you want to eat? I said, you know what? Let me order some food. Let me order some food, right? And I'm gonna go get us some Chinese or something or whatever. She said, oh, that's fine. I said, all right. She's like, you don't have to. I'm like, I know. And she started tearing up. She started really tearing up because I'm helping her. I don't have to help her. She probably had a whole bunch of other thoughts going on. Well, I do know now, but at the time, I'm just saying I'm watching her. And my partner then helped me and went on. And so what happened is they come in. So I got the book bags. They had shit to, in them. And this was towards the end of the school year. So this was like the last week of school. They had no homework or nothing. We come in and man, when this woman looked around, she just grabbed her mouth. She looked at me and realized all this shit was for her. And her hand started shaking. She walked up and just hugged me and just cried all over my shirt and just, thank you. It was squeezing me, right? Now, this is a single woman with 2 kids. She had no idea I was doing this for her. I went out of my way to help her. She thought she was helping me, but she didn't realize that she was helping me help her. And that woman was just so happy. And her kid just ran up, oh my, and she told, no, he bought this for us. And they ran up and hugged me and everything. So now They got the fold out bed so they don't have to sleep on the hard floor. And, she had to get her clientele up to get her clients to take them back and forth. So looking at the nursing homes, the hospitals and stuff like that, she got her business rolling. Everything was cool. Okay, everything worked out. But up until that point, they had that. And basically, I think like that Friday, because this was on a Wednesday, that Friday, we went and I got her a kitchen set. And let me explain something to you about this woman. She was not sitting there like, oh, yeah, buy me this. No, it was just like the fact of the matter. I told her, I said, listen, we all need a hand at times in life. Everybody, none of us, I don't care how well we may be doing, somebody helped us along the way. And as human beings, we need to learn how to love each other. You understand what I mean? Everything, nothing should be done with a price attached to it. Like there's strings attached. I'm like, I see somebody, a hardworking mother, a good human being that's out here and doing the best she can. And the understand you sleeping on the floor, you didn't have a TV or radio, nothing. I know your kids are bored, and so pretty much they had a bunch of like DVDs and all, stuff that they could watch and everything. And, now at this point, this was 99 or 2000. So you remember they used to have those cable, the box, so you could get cable. One person in the neighborhood had it. You could pick up signals and all. So, but anyways, okay. But anyway, they were able to, she was so grateful. So grateful. And basically, more than half of the stuff she had in the house was because I helped to get it. And we was always been in touch and always like, you understand what I'm saying? I moved from where I was to where I am now, and it's been years. Okay. But at the end of the day, this is what I'm saying. There was a time when people were more genuine. There was a time where you could just go take a nice walk in the park. It's a hot, warm day. Man, we go hit Dairy Queen or something, go grab readers, go sit in the park and chill. We would sometimes go order food, go or cook something, go to the park and just eat out in the park. But then somewhere, everybody want this lavish lifestyle. Somewhere everybody want to be rich. Everybody want to be a celebrity. Everybody want to, even these people come up here. I see women make videos. You're playing with your feet. You're twerking. You're showing your body. You're sticking your tongue out. All this seductive shit. Somehow you think that a man is going to see you and want to marry you. And the thing about it is, whenever I hear you say that men are always underperforming, and me being a black man, constantly hearing women dog and bash black men with no actual reason, just because they're not going to be your slave. You don't want a man. You don't want a significant other. You want a slave. You see all these videos where women are talking to the screen, put their middle fingers up. Hey, you loser, you worthless piece of shit. You want to sniff my feet? You want to lick my toes? Loser. That's all you get. I never have sex with a bum like you. And I'm sitting here going, just look at what you're doing. And oh no, they role playing. So what? Why is everything that come out of your mouths negative? You think they're doing that just to do it? If they could attract somebody into that, yeah, this is what they want. A bunch of losers. How do you get turned on by being called a loser? Oh, let's look at the comment section. Oh my God, I could sniff your feet all week long. Oh, just to sniff them would be a joy, a pleasure. The simpletons out there. They don't respect you though. But you're dumb enough to send money to their Cash App because they'll make a little 10-minute video rubbing their feet together, calling you a loser, spitting on the camera and all, and your dumb ass probably, oh my God, she called me a loser. This is what y'all do. Y'all really don't know how to have conversations. I can remember a time, real shit, man. Female spent the night at my house. The whole week she spent we chilling. I remember one morning when she left my house, I can remember this woman. She's going to work. We worked at the same place, and I'm off. And so she's coming to my house after work again. But I remember I got up and get up, start my day early. I'm looking like, damn. I know I put these bills. I had this thing I used to do on my way out. I had this little stand. I would put the bills on it. And this is when you had to go and pay a bill in person. So I walked. Dude, I can't. Fuck. Hell, I do with them bills. I'm looking inside the drawer, and all of a sudden she called me. She said, "Oh, baby, don't worry about them 2 bills. I just took care of them before I went to work." So I'm like, oh, respect. I didn't need her to do that, but she did it. That's how we got down. There was a time when men and women had each other's backs. The more promiscuous women have become, the more you don't need no nigga telling you what to do. Oh, men been ruling since the beginning. It's time for all this childish shit. And you don't understand how big of a turnoff it is. And y'all can sit here in y'all groups and talk about men ain't this, men ain't that. But men is not the ones making these videos crying, talking about how they can't find a good woman. Men will make a video letting y'all know exactly why we don't fucking care about dating you and don't want to date you. A chick sat here and said, a nigga say, anytime a man say, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? My pussy. Like, don't nobody want that used up fishy ass. Nah, nobody want that. That used up shit. It's not even new. You want something new, you giving us something old and used in exchange. No, that's what you bring to the table? And you don't even know how to clean it properly? Nah, you ugly on the inside. And really, at the end of the day, all these videos of women talking about half y'all niggas ugly, y'all niggas broke, y'all niggas dusty. And I'm sitting up here like, this is like, aha, nah, yeah, right? That's that mentality. And it's just like, I'm looking like, wow, it's 2026. It'd be fucking 2036. This same chick would be sitting up here talking about, I still don't have a man, and I don't know why. I know my worth. I'm a good woman, but every time I talk to a man, yeah, that's what you're gonna be doing, because no real man is gonna settle down with you. You walk around with these funky ass, smelly BBLs. You lopsided, dented, dark marks in your ass cheeks, and what is fake titties? What is attractive about that? What about that makes a man go, I want her, or I want to get to know her? Nothing. We're not even looking your way. Even the women that got nice bodies, flat stomachs, go to the gym and work out, you're ugly on the inside. I seen this chick made a video where she was humping the pillow, she's biting the bottom lip, she's throwing her head back and all, and I'm sitting here going, just look at what you got to do to make some money. Which one of you men is willing to be the guinea pig and try to date these women just for them to end up breaking your little feeble hearts? And you dudes making these videos with the sad music playing, talking about a man just want to be loved. You know, it's not that we weak, but a man just want to come home to love, cook food in a clean house, some affection. But you know, a man is taught to not smile and to not show pain and sadness. And you know, we got to keep all that about, man. Stop all that goddamn explaining. Let these damn hoes go their way. It's simple as that. All this damn explain. They're not hearing nothing you're saying. I saw like 10 videos of female life coaches, right? All black. And they're talking to women in general, but specifically to the black women. They all were saying the same things. Like, man, they started noticing that whenever they're talking, which is common sense. This is what I'm saying. It's like some of you, even with a profession, it's like it take you years to finally catch up with what we knew 20 fucking years ago. They're saying shit like, they're noticing that when they first start the sessions, the women that come in and tell them what they're dealing, what they're going through, and how they feel this way and that way. But as soon as everything is good, but as soon as they start telling them what they're doing wrong and how they're contributing to their to themselves not being happy, all of a sudden these women don't want to hear that. They stop coming. All of a sudden they disappear. They stop answering the phone. Yeah. You want to know why? To all you life coaches, because you being a female, and I'm pretty sure they requested a female life coach. They don't want a male life coach. They want favoritism. They were assuming you being a woman, you know how these men are. That's me. Look, I pay my own bills. I'm independent. That's why I don't trust no nigga. That's what they was. They're ignorant. That's what they were thinking was going to happen. But, it was all good. Like you said, when you were telling them, when they were telling you what, their side of the story, and you were just giving them feedback based on what they're saying. But as soon as you start telling them what they're doing wrong, they're like, I don't want to hear this bitch got to say she full of shit. No, they wanted favoritism. They wanted to be babied. They wanted for you to assure them. Okay? They wanted you to assure them that they're not doing anything wrong. That's what they were looking for. Now that they didn't get what they wanted, now it turns into, I'm not interested in this therapy shit no more. So you know what they do? They jump on these social media apps and I was talking to this bitch and she talking about blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear that shit. La, 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 la. Or she might not mention the life coach, but they just going to talk about these niggas. Someone that's satisfied and find fulfillment in life. You keep talking about you know your worth. Then that means you know that you're not worth shit because you're always unhappy, always miserable, complaining about men. We're not thinking about you. That's what bothers you. You ever see these videos? It's this shit makes me laugh. Because they put them right here on YouTube. They put them up on TikTok and all that. It'll be a female. She's laying with the soles of her feet showing. And she like opening her toes and doing all, trying to do a little seductive shit. But it'll say, being ignored by your goddess or some shit like that. Or this giantess shit. She got little action figures in between her. It's a little stupid shit like that, right? These women are power hungry. They do not want a lover. They don't want a man. They do not want that. They want a slave. I noticed even in the movies, man. This last year it was or something like that. I was watching this movie, and in the movie, I'm noticing it was like one after another. This is right here on Tubi. You know how the black cinema shit. These women, they're beating men up in the movies. They're pimping these dudes out, and they're talking to these dudes like they're trash. And it's something about that mentality that they're trying to put this out here. That, yeah, we dominate you niggas. I'm sitting here like, damn. This one chick's laying in bed and the dude's on the phone. And he's like, now this is how bad it is with them trying to make men look like straight bitches. The dude was on the phone. He had a deep voice. And he's like, yo, I told you, have my shit. I'm not playing. Yo, bro, don't play with me. Stop playing with me. You know I know. Look, get my shit, right? And the chick go, nigga, shut the fuck. Come over there and eat this, right? Yo, look, man, I gotta go. Put the phone down. And then you ain't gonna be talking to me like that. Nigga, get over it, right? Then all of a sudden, it's like he's doing it and she's looking at him. All right, down, grabbing the back. Look, do it right or I'm gonna smack this shit at you. Then all of a sudden, she put his head down there. And then she started, making little faces like, okay. And then it goes to another scene. And I'm just like, wow. Another scene. Chick walks up to a dude, punch him, drop him. He please. And I'm just like, wow. This is what they're doing. Now, let me ask you something. If y'all got brothers, uncles, if y'all got a father in your life, you probably hate them. If you have a son, you probably don't even like your own son. Would you be okay with some woman beating up on your son and your son just being a little soft bitch falling? Then she took a gun out, start pistol whipping the dude. I mean, since this is what do you understand? It's a power thing. It's a power thing. A bunch of women, all black women, and this is women in general who do this, but this is all black women. We're saying the reason I like to peg my man. Listen at this. I can give a shit about him liking it. That's not what it is. It's a movement of empowerment for me. And when I can see, that's why I like to do it in front of the mirror so I can see his eyes roll back. And when he loses control, it strokes my ego. Like, look, I got this man squirming. That's why I like big men, because I can make them squirm. And it's a move. Now that's common sense. We know that because you can't feel nothing. It's like when we tell the dyke women, why you walk around wearing a strap, or how the hell are you stroking this woman and you moaning too? You can't feel a damn thing. Nah, but it turned me on to see her, but you can't feel it. So that fake moaning and shit, you can't feel it. It's the same thing. It's empowerment. Look at how I got you acting, but your shit is fake. Ours is real. You ain't shooting nothing out of there. You understand what I'm saying? It's an empowerment. I have never in my life had sex with a woman to make myself feel empowered. My mindset is to bring this woman to ecstasy. From the soles of your feet, in between your toes, all the way up to your fucking head, every part of your body, front, back, all in between, everything. That's my goal, is to drive you out of your mind, to sexually satisfy you. And that's what the fuck I want in return. I'm not doing that shit to stroke my ego. Y'all don't even know how to accept that anymore. Y'all just want to get in, bang, bang, boogie, okay, we done. And then y'all, this is all y'all understand. Y'all want a motherfucker that, like, think about this. As a man, if you going down on your woman, do you expect to hear her moaning, holding the back of your head, start feeding it to you? Or are you looking forward to someone going, yeah, eat it, bitch? Hey, look at me. Who own you, nigga? Tell me, you my bitch, nigga? Tell me, who, you my bitch? Eat it, nigga. That's what y'all like? Because y'all generation is weird, man. Nah, we ain't getting down like that. You gonna fuck around, there's be some Ike and Tina shit going on. That's not happening. Then y'all say, if he cared about you, he'd let you do it. Nah. And just as easy, we could say, if you cared about us, you would be trying to break our pockets. What are we paying for a little used up hole for? Nah. It's not a good exchange. I experienced women that had your best interests in mind. And as I said, it's times where, y'all just take different paths in life. You're learning, you're starting to get, trying to plant your feet, and things happen. People lose touch. But it was a completely different mindset than right now. And this is where, when I hear people making these conversations, right? They're having these conversations about no good niggas and this and that. Listen, just like I said, when you live long enough, you've been through enough shit, things that used to hurt you, things that used to get you, you realize it wasn't worth it at all. It wasn't worth it at all. Let's be real about something, man. And I'm definitely not sitting up here trying to take the side of no deadbeat dad. No. When it comes to babies, the majority of the times a woman wants a baby before a man is ready to give her one. No, let me rephrase that. A woman want a baby the majority of the times more than a man is ready to create one with her at the time. Because we're not giving you, I don't like the way that sounds, because it's almost like saying, okay, this is no longer, it's yours. Because pretty much that's how y'all act, like y'all got all to say. So I'm the one who had to carry that baby, right? You also the one that wanted the baby. And neither one of you were ready to be parents at the time. Neither one of you. Neither one of you are ready. And that man is telling you, we not ready for, I want a baby, you must don't want a baby. And start going into, and then now what happens? The man, the more, and this is the sad part, the more a man cater to your feelings and try to comfort you, to let you know that he loves you, it's not that he don't want a baby with you. It's just, right now, this is going to change our lives. We're going to have to sacrifice a lot of shit. And it's, let's get more settled first. Let's, nope, you wanted like little big babies. And then the man, he gives in. Y'all get pregnant. Y'all act like total bitches for them 9 months. And then once the baby is here and, everything, it's like everything changes. Nothing's the same anymore. The sex is not the same. The attraction, everything change, and they'll be like, you don't look at me the same way. No, your attitude is not the same. Because you looking in the mirror, you see stretch marks. You start complaining about yourself to yourself, and somehow subconsciously you're blaming us for how you feel about you. You bring my self-esteem down. What Cat Williams say? How the fuck I'm gonna bring your self-esteem down? Self-esteem is an esteem of your motherfucking self. But it's always the man's fault. Some of you tell your sons and daughters that. You did this to me. You look at these stretch marks. You did. And this is what I'm talking about. The women who are not like that can identify with what we say. because they know, like, yeah, that's what happens. But the ones that's like that, they're the ones that get their feelings. No, but what about you? Nah, shut up. Because even if a man is a straight up bastard and we tell you that he is, nope, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that. You want to do what you want to do until it goes sour. Case in point, y'all. What we're dealing with today is an extremely, y'all hear me? An extremely immature generation of men and women. Even the old 70, 80, look at them. They don't know how to carry it. Everybody done lost their minds. It's something happened where it's like, you know what? We're no longer going to carry ourselves like respectable men and women. Let's act the fool every time we get in front of a camera. Don't nobody want to see no 85-year-old titties. Don't nobody want to see no 85-year. You know when a motherfucker gets so old that they bent over and they don't even have an ass crack anymore. All you see is two cheeks and a hole. Don't you like, damn, you don't even have, your ass done got so flat, you don't even have a crack no more. Like for real. And you over here twerking grandma up. Man, stop it. Grow up. Who wants a woman? Fellas, have you ever been somewhere with a woman? Like every time she hear music, hey, you like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you start, what? That's my jam. That's my song right there. And I'm like, wow. No, we don't want that shit. I remember back in the day, before we were even 18 years old, 15, say even 14, 13 to damn 17, 18. I mean, it went past 18, but I mean, even before we were fucking grown, we was doing movie, like how you have like movie night with your family and your friends. Man, I remember we used to go to each other's houses and shit. Somebody got the Monopoly board. This one got some Uno cards. This one got dominoes. You know, we would just chill the fuck out. Remember that game Operation where you got to move the body part, the bones and all that shit without hitting the metal sides? I mean, we should just have fun. And shit just started changing. It didn't take much to make people happy. You could sit there, walk to the local restaurant, local diner, sit down, order food, chill and eat. You holding her hand, she holding your hands, y'all. I mean, everything is just like you just feel like you're in actual heaven, man. That's the times when a so-called heaven felt real. And then it's like, what the fuck happened between human beings where all of this shit stopped? Notice something. Every time these women hear other women say, I don't care about money and all that. I just want a man that I can love and he can love me. That makes me feel, just to see that man come home and I'm in the kitchen cooking and he smile and walk behind me and, you know, we embrace and we just to be able to just lay down and cuddle and go places together and do everything. You understand what I'm saying? This is one thing I'm going to say about I guess this depends on where you live. Because some people, like where I live, there's a lot of wooded areas and stuff, and a lot of parks and shit. I see a lot of people who just, and this is really fucked up. And I'm coming to close this video soon. When I go out to the parks and shit, you go to walk the trails. I see that white couple, young or old. They're walking together, holding hands, arms around each other. You know, I see that Latino couple, same thing. I see that family of people. And I'm talking about actual couples. I ain't talking about just a group of people, just couples. Why is it when I see the black man and the black woman, they walking on their cell phone? You in a fucking park? Can you just put your phone? Kids in general of all colors, people in general of all colors do that shit. Oh, but I'm saying, when I see that, I'm like, yo, like when I go somewhere and it's like, most of the time, it's like, I'm the only black person in the whole, right? But you with somebody. Why y'all look like y'all so, right? But then all of a sudden, and I see white people, don't get me wrong. I see white people doing the same thing and everything. Everybody, Latino, everybody on themselves. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is, I hardly, put like this, 99.9% of the time, I don't see black people together. And these people will get up on Saturday morning, They'll go out to the parks. They'll cook on the grill. And they'll just indulge in each other's time out there. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, they get caught up in that. Now, the ones that's all about this nature thing, whatever, that's some other shit. Like, because they'll go camping and they'll go set up a tent somewhere in the middle of fucking nowhere and you're walking and they're out there naked, bathing over. I'm like, nah, see, I ain't doing all that shit. But I'm talking about those people they're the ones that no cell phone. They just out there with one. That's boring as fuck to me. Don't get me wrong. Just sitting there. I mean, how long are we gonna sit and just look at the water? Now, here's what I'm saying though. If you and your significant other are together, right? I'm gonna show you something that's fucked up in a man. And let's say your significant other goes, it's boring out here. It ain't nothing, right? You have never learned to indulge in each other. Listen to me. We didn't always have cell phones. All right? You've never learned to indulge in each other. You don't have bonding skills. You have no interest in bonding. This is how you bond. I'm talking to you. You're talking to me. We're spending quality time together. This is that time when you start having them little romantic conversations and kisses and hugs. And y'all don't know nothing about that. All y'all want to do is sit out in the audience with your tongue sticking out, bouncing your titties, cheering for some singer that you lusting after while you standing right next to your man. Y'all don't know how to do this shit. Fellas, y'all be on some shit where, don't get me wrong, y'all will jump on like some video game shit with them big ass headphones on. Females be gaming too, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, y'all be doing this shit like on the level of children. And y'all can't handle a serious relationship because you still have the mind of a child. Females too. But that's what fellas are mostly in some shit to where like they detach themselves from anything other than just, and y'all not even enjoying yourselves. Y'all be out there cursing and swearing and inviting another man to your dick, suck this, suck that, you bitch. This is the shit I be talking about. And these are the dudes that monetize their channels and probably be making real good money. And a female don't want you for you. They only want you for your money. Will be the ones going, this motherfucker always on that game. Yeah, right? That's how he make his money. The hell you want? Why don't you do the same thing so y'all both can make that revenue? Damn, all you doing is playing games. She don't want to spend quality time with you. She just want you to give her money so she can go run. And when you won't do that and you tell her to wait, that's the problem. Because really, nigga, I don't need you to go. Just give me the money. She might not want to say that, but that's what it is. And that's why she's secretly making videos about you, bitching about you, and how niggas this, niggas that. You don't even know she got a channel. So yeah, I see everybody. They're always on the phone. But what I'm saying, I hardly ever see black people together. There's this place I used to go to when my kids were younger. And I used to take them there and games and shit, comic books, video games, and take your kids out there. And then they had this room in the back. They do magic show, nice size room, like a rec room. They had, I think, Tuesdays and Friday nights. I think every night, as a matter of fact. You can go back as a family. I think you pay the fee like $5 at the time, something like that. Y'all go and play like video, whatever, like board games. They had board games. We did this shit for like 5 years. For 5 years, listen to me and listen to me good. For 5 years, there was never ever a black mother and father with their kids back there. It was always just us. And I'm like, I know black people out here. I see them. Where the fuck are they though? Where's the quality time? You walking in the mall with your ass hanging out your damn pants on your phone, chewing on the fucking straw. Your woman doing the same thing. Your kids walking, like, what the fuck is it with cell phones, man? And there's no conversation. That's why y'all always aggravated with each other, always irritated. You sit on one end of the couch like y'all strangers. He on the other end. You on the phone over there. He on the phone over there. Girl, what you doing? Nothing. Just sitting here bored as hell. Why don't you go out? You know this nigga don't want to go. This is what y'all be doing. And so The fact that I don't even really just see black people out there showing that love to each other. See, I don't go to clubs and strip clubs and bars. That's not my thing. So when I look around and when you drive through certain areas and you see it and it's like this is where all the black people are. This is what I'm talking about. The typical shit. Then you got all these racist cops that's walking around looking for shit that, and the man is telling you, baby, we don't need to be there. Because y'all don't want to go nowhere else. Y'all want to go where there's drama. Like, you tell your woman, let's go to the beach today. The beach? Damn. What you got against the beach? They say if your homegirls ask you, oh, girl, where you want to go? Right? It's just always, no, this is what I'm telling you. It's not about spending the quality time with you. It's about them being able to take your money and spend it however they want and go where they want. You're just a chauffeur and a slave. And again, I'm talking to the people that this apply to. If this is not you, then shut the fuck up and mind your business. Just listen and learn. Because this is what's happening. And every single time that y'all sit here and go, yeah, but man, I know it ain't right, man. That's just women. Nah, see, that's the problem. Do you know for me, everywhere I've been all over this fucking world, I done traveled to so many places. The only thing that made it special was because I was doing it with my family. Who the fuck, I can jump in, I can go to the beach by myself. I can do it, but who the fuck goes to the amusement park or go drive out to the ocean by themselves and just go you up and down the boardwalk alone? No, this is special because of who you're with. It used to be like that with couples. It was special because that female that I went there with made it special. I'm spending that time with her. We're spending that time together. What the fuck happened to that? And women wasn't walking around here begging for you to buy them shit and acting like you owed it to them. They basically, I remember when it came to a time where certain women would borrow money from a man and then from a man and then buy the man a gift with his money. Happy birthday, baby. Merry Christmas with your fucking money. You understand? When that attitude came in with all of that, I ain't spending no money on no nigga. Whenever that shit ushered in, it was a wrap. And this is exactly why y'all can't find anybody. You're showing up to restaurants, bringing your kids and bringing friends and expecting the man to pay for it. You're sitting here giving a list of demands and requirements for a man to qualify to date you. Like, what are you, like the top whore in the world? What kind of shit the fuck do y'all think y'all are? This is what gets me. I mean, you got older women talking about, I don't want no old man. I want a young man. A man my age can't do nothing. Talk about an old man. You mean a man your age? Bitch, you got false teeth. You got a wrinkly ass, a flat wrinkly ass. Your belly hang over your fucking... Are you serious? You can't even... You don't even get pedicures anymore. Ain't nothing sexy about fucking spelling Metamucil and Bengay. The fuck are you talking about? And you know the difference between a sugar mama and a sugar daddy? A sugar daddy knows this woman don't want me for me. She want me because she is this. And you know what? I'm going to take all the Viagra that I can and I'm going to keep this young woman on my arm until they put my ass in the ground. A sugar mama it's just about sex for her. She don't expect that man to want to settle down. It's like, yeah, come do whatever. And if that woman look like anything, that man might go, damn, she much older, but damn, she fine. All right. He'll go along with that shit until it gets to the point where he don't, But other than that, they're not looking for a long relationship. They're just looking for, they're just looking for sex. And the thing is, they got money. So if they're attracted to a man and physically he's able to do things that they want, that's what it is for them. But they know. Sugar moms is more like they got a pimp's mentality. And they really fuck with more than one man. The sugar daddies, like I said, they looking for a younger one to play keeps with. That's really the difference. And case in point, they all know if it wasn't for their money, they wouldn't have that younger person. But there's no examples out here. Everybody just then lost their fucking mind. So everything we do, it's just I need something. I want something. But it's not you. It's materialistic or it's gifts. You can't even have a simple conversation. You know, there was a time when you could look at a woman and y'all talking and she smile at you and that shit just, you loving the conversation, but you can't wait to get this fine motherfucker home. And the foreplay, I mean, everything was just like you did it, everything with the intentions of just making magic together. And all that shit changed. Y'all sound like little girls. Buy me stop, bitch. I need a nigga. No. You don't even sound like a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? A man don't even know. Like, I want to go get lit. You know what I'm saying? I want to go out there and get lit. And a nigga want to sit up and, like, listen to you. How fucking a grown time I want to go get lit? You're fucking grown, still using ebonics and shit. This is what I'm talking about. Grown women and men. Whatever happened to a man sitting down with his woman, holding her hands? How was your day, baby? My day was okay. Nothing to complain about. How was your day? Oh, my day was fine. I just couldn't wait to come home to see you. I did text you earlier, and I figured you probably was caught up, but we're here now. So anyway, you're looking beautiful as usual. Oh, thank you. You're looking handsome. You know, yeah. Hey, you know what I mean? Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to that embrace? Whatever happened to that? It's just not there. And y'all be walking around with funky ass armpits, man. Your legs you be smell. Y'all don't even be under. How you go out and urinate and shit, and then you washed your ass 8 o'clock in the morning. It is now 7:30 at night, and you have not went home and showered. You stink. And you think because you got some size on that ass and your booties, and it's like, y'all don't understand. And you always asking for something. You should be, if anything, you should ask for some shower gel. And this is what I be talking about. Them nasty attitudes. Talk about black women is the most desirable. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're out of your own mouths admitting you can't get a fucking man, and now all of a sudden your ego is making you say delusional shit. Desirable by who? This racist ass country, people don't want you. You see the black woman that they found her body all mutilated? She was dating her white guy, and he went out and took his wife out. It was his wife, actually. Yeah. Okay. You notice how all these black women, maybe you dumb bitches are so busy complaining about black men, weren't thinking about really understanding what's happening in this country. They keep finding black women hanging from trees. They keep finding black people, period, but a bunch of women. Just found one hanging in front of a church. And you know what the police keep saying? Huh? There was no foul play. It was suicide. It's not just the Nolan Wells case. It's a whole bunch of shit going on. And y'all sitting here talking like men just want y'all. I see videos on a regular basis of women getting the shit beat out of them, whether it's by cops, whether it's just about people out in the street, when jumping up in these black women's faces. You know why black men are not jumping in to help y'all? Because they don't know if they helping one of them motherfucking waterhead bitches that's talking about, fuck these niggas. That's why I don't fuck. Yeah, because you put yourself in a situation, but it looks bad overall because this is why these racists think they can do that, because nothing's happening. Who the fuck? Take the black man out of it. Where's the white guys? Where's the Latinos? Where's the Russian and Jews? And where's all these other men that's running to save your black asses? Where are they at? They stand there just watching you get your ass whooped. I got the receipts. And I see this shit on a regular basis. There ain't nobody trying to help y'all. Nobody. They don't even care. They be recording it, laughing. Hit that bitch. Ah! And now all of a sudden you wish a black man would come save you, don't you? People in general have forgotten how to communicate. They have no class. They have no etiquette. And there's nothing intriguing about you. You know, a good conversation for me makes me look forward to the next conversation. And there ain't nothing sexier than talking to an intelligent woman that knows how to express her feelings and give you that eye contact. There ain't nothing sexier than that shit. Know how to touch you, and when you hold in her hands and everything, and she got that sweet scent on her body. You know, you smell that shower gel, a clean, fresh body. It ain't drowning yourself in perfume and all. You understand what I'm saying? She ain't got nothing on her face except some gloss on her lips, man. Natural beauty, no makeup, and her regular natural hair, her natural nails, her toes, everything just done and clean and what? Body nice and soft and smooth. She keep herself well grown. There ain't nothing sexier than that. But y'all done forgot to do that shit. Now you sitting across from a motherfucker like, bitch, wasn't your eyes brown yesterday? Wasn't your hair black yesterday? Yeah. Yeah. Why your ass shaped funny all of a sudden? I mean, y'all, nothing is natural anymore. And all y'all want to do, like I said, is talk about celebrities and who got a fucked up album and who got a good album and who you like better than such and such and who's singing that bitch is this and that. And she cheated on him, but you got to be real though. That Nick, and this is your conversations. Like, man, I didn't come on this date with you to sit and talking about Will and Jada. God damn. I mean, we know goddamn. I'm trying to. There's no indulgement in each other. Do you understand what I'm saying? And this is from the men and the fucking women both, on down to their kids. But me personally, I'm not into that shit that we don't have anything to talk about when it comes to each other. And you want to know what's crazy though? That only happens amongst couples. Two homegirls gonna talk all day and won't shut the fuck up. Two homies gonna sit there and talk all day, never shut the fuck up. Kids gonna sit there and talk all day, never shut the fuck up. When it comes to couples, somehow, that's when the disconnect shows. And that's when all of a sudden, cell phone, okay. Both of your food getting cold and shit. Y'all been sitting there 25 minutes, ain't nobody take a bite out of their food, and there's no conversation. And then you're eating like this. Ooh. He's over there doing the same thing. What happened? The immaturity. Like I said, the immaturity is disturbing. This is what's out there. Y'all get y'all feelings. It's easy to get into arguments. And there's just nothing positive. Nothing. You don't know how to kiss, touch, nothing. You don't know how to talk to nothing. Nothing. Sex isn't spontaneous. It's like I mean, you motherfuckers want the lights off. You sitting up here singing and, oh, turn that up. The phone ring, bitch. I know you ain't trying to reach for that. I mean, all of this type of shit that's going on. That's just, everything is like, nothing is to be done for the satisfaction, for the beautiful magic that y'all gonna make together. Everything is just get it over with. Just give me mine. Make me feel. It ain't about what you want. And now we in a position, like for me, I see what's out there. Don't chase nobody. They're not worth chasing. And true, you know what happens when years go by in your life and you start looking at things in its proper perspective, whatever that may be for each individual. And that's subjective with people, because you got people that think wrong is right and right is wrong. But at the end of the day, when you really look at things for what they are, you really think, you see growth in yourself when you realize how you thought that it was so important that you and this person be together. And then you really see what they're really made of. And you just think, would you rather be with someone just to say you're not alone but unhappy? Or would you rather be alone and just come to terms with, there's no magic man or woman out there that I can create like some robot, and then that person is going to love me exactly the way I want them to. And even like I can say, I just want you to love me how I love you. It's not about, no stipulations and bullshit. No. But that shit is just non-existent. So when I do see black women speaking against these diamond digging women that they know ain't shit, it's those women that all these other black women will lash out at and start talking about it's because of bitches like y'all out here catering to these niggas. And this is my thing. If you call yourself a bitch and you reference your man as a nigga, that's already 2 red flags for me. I ain't waiting for the 3rd red flag. I'm done after the first one. And imagine that attitude. You in there fucking this bitch and she talk about some fuck me nigga. Yeah, fuck me nigga. Fuck yeah nigga. Give me that dick nigga. Motherfucker, you my bitch and that man. Like, you don't shut the. That's the shit y'all be in. These little brolic motherfucking manly acting bitches who be trying to not be feminine. This is what's going on. And these dudes now are extremely feminine. They don't even act like men. This is what the time we're in. And this is black, white, or whatever. And why I'm mixing it in with when I keep talking about my black men and women is because, motherfucker, there's a disconnect. One of the biggest problems that you have with human beings, and especially like when it comes to black men and women, a black man can explain to you exactly what you're doing that he don't like. You know what y'all say? That ain't it. That's not it. It's something else. Really? What is it? You're never wrong. You never apologize. You never take accountability for nothing you do. And as soon as we have any dilemma, it don't even have to be a problem. Just a small little thing that could be simple conversation. Simple conversation. No, you don't know how to have a respectable conversation though. And so first thing you do is jump on the phone with one of your besties, your day ones, and complain. And you know what they do? Start telling you a bunch of bullshit. How the fuck you gonna take advice from a motherfucker that's just like you? Can't keep a fucking man. But yet this bitch is an expert on motherfucking relationships. So then y'all go find some life coach. And like they say, as soon as they start telling you about your bullshit, you don't want to fucking attend anymore. Yeah. Well, I'll tell y'all something. When you come to the understanding that as grown adults, we should have a level of maturity that our kids can look up to and not only respect us but admire us. And when they're growing up, your son or daughter is not telling you they want to be like Michael Jordan or LeBron James. They're telling you they want to be like you. Your daughter don't want to be like Beyonce or fucking Miley Cyrus. She want to be like you. Y'all don't ever think about stuff like that, do you? Y'all too busy out here trying to be somebody that y'all not. And in reality, we live once. And you let a lot of great years go by in your life being disgruntled and angry over nothing. You get to that age where your circle is so small that you find yourself talking to yourself and you start having a lot of regrets. I used to work in this nursing home years ago. And I remember it's like so often, every week, white, black, whatever, it always be somebody, especially the men, would be like, hey, young man, don't ever make them same, I made bad decisions. And yeah, don't make them same mistakes I made. Yeah, you a good young man. And continue to be that person. And you know what I noticed about every one of these people? None of them motherfuckers ever had nobody come see them. They was just always there by themselves. And people, oh, that's so sad how they treat that person. But you know what I get out of their own words? They pushed everybody away from them. And now they've come to understand, I'm going to die here. And you know what happened when they die? Their families show up, laughing, smiling, chilling. No, he scored 30 points. But look, he got more rebounds and more assists. And like, damn, that person just died. And they shit, they're just collecting this shit. The only thing they got feelings about is who gonna keep what. Yeah, come to collect that shit. I had people come to family members and tell me like, yeah, you know, he wasn't that good of a person, or she pushed us away, and this and that, and yeah. But when you was at an age where you still had a little bit of juice left in that little stink box, and you know, that little dude still was able to get his little shit up, now y'all thought y'all shit didn't stink. Y'all thought y'all could treat people however you wanted. And now you just old. Nobody even realize you still exist other than the people that see you. And if you've ever worked in a nursing home, you know, man, the aides, especially when they short-staffed, they will take them fucking residents and stick them in the corner. And the residents sit there covered in urine and feces. Everybody's ignoring them. They start breaking down mentally because, like, damn, I can't wash my own ass, can't brush my own teeth, can't even bend down and wash my feet. Can't fucking get myself dressed. Can't do nothing. Somebody got to do all this for me. I bet you at that point, all you single motherfuckers that pushed everybody away is sitting there wishing you did things differently. Because I'm pretty sure you'd rather at least grow into your winter years with a husband that love you, a wife that love you, as opposed to just laying up in some nursing home somewhere. And you're not there because you need to be like as far as medications and you know type of thing where you need to be monitored. You're there because you have nobody to take care of you. You could be home. You should be home, right? But no, you didn't burn bridges with everybody. And you go check yourself into a nursing home and then type of thing where you lose your enthusiasm. I've seen it happen so many times. Motherfucker coming, they're walking up on their own 2 feet. They walk around showing them the place. They move in. And then it starts to settle in like, damn, this is it. What you thought people was going to try to talk you out of it? Nope. And all of a sudden now, you see him walking, going to the snack machine, walking, going to the cafeteria. Then all of a sudden you don't see him for a while. Next time you see him, they're in a wheelchair. What happened? Nah, they just lay in the bed all day. And it's like, stop using the legs. You know, whatever muscles you stop using, they stop working. Now you see them out there holding on to the rail, standing up, doing exercise. They start losing enthusiasm for life. Now, imagine if somebody sat down with you and just played every video you ever made about these no good niggas, these sorry ass motherfuckers. Fuck it. Now look at you. I bet you didn't picture your life ending like that, right? I don't know what it is about people, this obsession about traveling the world and always going to somebody's concerts and all this and that. And y'all act like these people care about y'all. These people, they're living their life doing what they're doing. While your broke ass is just sitting there neglecting your husbands and wives and your kids, and you have no family structure. You have nothing going on in your lives. Nothing. Just being a fan. You can't even sit down and have dinner and have an intelligent conversation. You can talk to your friends every day about the same stupid shit and never get tired of it. But when it comes to a husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, however you want to say, it's always it's boring. It's right. But somehow when you're talking to your friends, you ain't talking about shit. I'm the exact opposite. Chill with my friends. Chill with some female company. Hey fellas, I'm all at y'all later. Simple. The fuck I always want to be around a bunch of dudes all day for. We're in a different day and time. And I'm one of them romantic, barbaric motherfuckers. I ain't soft nowhere. But I will motherfucking light your ass up from head to toe every day. Every day. Several times a day. But you motherfuckers are too busy taking selfies and wanting to be sexy for the internet. I don't want that. Anyways, that's all I got for y'all. Talk to me in the comment section. Catch y'all on the next video.